everybody. This is Lorraine
and Jennifer.
And you may notice that we're out in the real world again.
It does exist.
It does exist. And we've been hanging out a little bit more regularly. And we just thought it would be fun to record some of these, get them in the feed in something other than just the tight little headshots.
It works.
It does work. And today we're going to talk about something else that's really working, which is LinkedIn articles. You're working with them a lot lately.
Yeah, it's working for me. I've definitely heard some maybe like negative that people are like, oh, that's so old school, but I gave it a shot, and I'm literally putting the same blog content that I'm producing on a weekly basis, but I'm putting it in a LinkedIn article.
Mm-hmm.
So the entire format, and I think the last 90 days I had like 99,000 article views. So
okay, so just a little bit of warning here. The average user is not going to get 99,000 views. Jen's got a really big community. But even for the average small business owner, getting those articles out there, getting 200-300 views, 1,000 views if you really have a large following, can really drive your LinkedIn engagement and help you get noticed.
It's about the content distribution for me. So if I put those blog articles on my website, which they should be there first and they should be owned by the website first, I don't get nearly as many views as I do on LinkedIn because I have built a community, and those are a curated audience of people that I do want to see, versus when I put it on like just regular social media posts or blog posts. I hope people see it that I want to see it.
Absolutely. And the thing is about LinkedIn is when you're putting it there, you're putting it where people already are. You're putting it in places where people are hanging out and they have an opportunity to bump into your content rather than having to leave the site and go somewhere else. And this really ties a lot to what we've talked about in the past, that whole zero-click environment. And it's putting more in the environment.
Yeah, where people are hanging out at. They spend all their time on social media, not on Google searching for things. And so you got to be where people are hanging out. I think someone asked me the question, well, are you getting any sales off of it? Yeah, I hear people all the time like, hey, I saw this article, I saw that, but it goes back to that like direct attribution. Did somebody read an article and then make a sale? No, because that's not how it works.
No, but that article helped confirm for them that you were the right person to talk to.
Yeah.
One thing I do want to mention is you have options on LinkedIn. You've got newsletters and articles, and you really need to be playing with both because they have different purposes.
Yeah, we definitely do a newsletter. That's actually how we started, was a newsletter. Just started doing once a month, like wrapping up all the different blogs, and somehow, some way, we ended up with like 45,000 subscribers somehow. And so now when people get, I put out an article, I think you were explaining that they don't necessarily, it goes into the feed as well.
So the difference between newsletters and articles, the beautiful thing about the newsletter is it goes to people who have subscribed through LinkedIn to get your content. It's delivered to their inbox and they see it, a little teaser of it, and then they can click and hop over to LinkedIn. That's different than writing an article and putting it in your feed. That follows the general algorithm. And I'm really intrigued with that because lately what I've noticed about my own feed, I do a lot of video. I do a lot of video. And so it feels like all I'm sharing is video. And I think people forget that I write.
Yeah. And it does get emailed to them as well. So they're getting, and I was looking for this, like, am I going to get an unsubscribe week? Because now I went from like once a month to every week, and I didn't. So it worked out.
See, I don't think the articles are emailed. I think only the newsletter is emailed.
I get them.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So maybe because I'm subscribed, I'm also getting that too.
Maybe. I do know you get wider distribution with the articles. They tend to work better if they are single topic focused, where the newsletters are better as more of a roundup. And so I think, bottom line is, I think you need to be trying both.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and I'm doing like internal linking, like on these article views to get them back to the website. LinkedIn is my number one social referral when I go look at G4. So I know people then are getting more involved with what I have to say. But it's definitely the long-term play. Not that I think there's like these tons of like short-term plays in marketing, but it's a long-term play of building credibility that, perhaps I do know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. And so, you know what? We're going to leave it here, and I'm going to encourage you, hop over to Jen's profile, my profile on LinkedIn. Look at our articles, look at our newsletters, get inspired. And if you write one, put a comment in the show notes so we can subscribe to your newsletter.
And come hang out in person. Bye now.
Bye now.